wasn't the strongest. He wasn't the chosen one. He was just tired. Nanami Kento from Jujutsu Kaisen didn't die in a blaze of glory. He didn't get a flashy power-up or a miracle comeback. He just kept working until he couldn't anymore. In a world full of loud, overpowered heroes, Nanami was different. He was realistic. He was quiet. He was the one who reminded us that being good doesn't mean being happy. This is the story of Nanami Kento, the man who worked himself to death. Nanami wasn't born to be a hero. He was made into one, by a world that didn't give him peace either way. He started as a jujutsu sorcerer but gave up on it early. He saw the pain, the death, the meaningless risk, so he walked away, became a normal office worker, but that didn't save him. The world he left for a normal life turned out to be worse. The same routine, the same fake smiles, the same emptiness. And when asked why he returned to being a sorcerer, he said it perfectly. Helping others felt slightly less meaningless. That's Nanami, the man who doesn't chase greatness, he chases purpose, even if it's fleeting. He doesn't need to be a hero, he just wants to matter. Jujutsu Kaisen is full of wild, loud characters. Gojo, Yuji, Nomara, Mahito. They live in extremes. Nanami, on the other hand, is the middle ground, the adult in a world of chaos. He doesn't fight for ideals, he fights because someone has to. When Yuji meets him, Nanami instantly becomes the calm in his storm. He doesn't talk down to him. He teaches him what it means to survive. Not to be perfect, not to be a hero, just to endure. I will decide what I want to do. I'll decide who I want to save. Nanami respects that because he knows what it's like to have your choices stolen. He doesn't lecture Yuji with power or pride. He leads with experience. That's what makes him special. He's the kind of man who leads without trying. He commands respect by existing the way others wish they could. Calm, disciplined, and real. Nanami was never blind to how unfair the world was. He didn't believe in the higher ups. He didn't worship the idea of jujutsu society or justice. He knew the truth. Adults don't get rewarded for doing what's right. They just do it anyway. He called Gojo reckless. He called the elders corrupt, but he still stayed because someone had to do the work that others avoided. That's what makes Nanami tragic. He's the person who kept the world functioning while everyone else plays hero. He's not praised, he's not remembered, he just works, and that's exactly what breaks him. By the time we reach the Shibuya incident, Nanami is done. You can see it in his face, his voice, his walk. He's burned, physically and mentally. His body is covered in burns, his suit is torn, but he keeps moving because that's who he is. That scene, Nanami walking through fire, exhausted, half alive, is one of the most powerful in all of Jujutsu Kaisen. He doesn't scream or cry, he doesn't complain, he just keeps walking. And as he does, he sees flashes of his dream, a peaceful beach, quiet waves. For one moment, he's free. For one moment, he imagines a world he could finally stop working. But before he can reach it, Mahito appears, and it's over. Yuji's scream echoes through the chaos, and in that silence, we realize Nanami didn't die fighting, he died tired. Nanami's story isn't one of power or destiny, it's about responsibility, about the people who hold the world together quietly while everyone else gets the credit. He's the embodiment of burnout, the pain of always being reliable, the sorrow of doing the right thing even when it doesn't matter, the tragedy of a man who gave everything and never asked for anything back. You've done enough. You've worked hard. Those words aren't just for Nanami. They're for every person watching, tired, exhausted, and still pushing forward. Nanami wasn't the strongest, but he was the most human. And maybe that's why his death hurt the most. He wasn't special because of what he could do. He was special because of who he was. A man who worked until there was nothing left to give. and still didn't stop. Rest easy, Nanami. You've worked enough.